default to that. And we're live on YouTube once again.
Isn't that nice?
I know, no Twitch this time. Amazing. Oh, of course, like right then, I get a message from my boss.
Good message or bad message?
Or an irrelevant message.
Okay, good.
But, so, today we're going to be ranking the Muppets by if we could fight them or not. This one could actually be interesting.
If we could fight them or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
If, like, you or me in a one-on-one fight could fight the Muppet.
And I think we need to establish some rules. Do we get weapons?
No.
It's total fist fight.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Muppets,
that's
not like if
have
whenever the
weapons.
question's like, can you fight this animal? I'm like, barehanded, probably not. But with a spear and shield, I like my chances.
I mean, like, Animal will keep his drumsticks, of course.
Oh, so if you have something in your hands all the time, then it's like,
well,
it counts.
yeah, it's part of the Muppet.
Like, but if I carried around a gun all the time, would that count?
No.
No?
Because you don't carry a gun around.
But what if I did?
You don't, and so that's out of the question.
But what if I did?
Then, no, you wouldn't. Because we're not going to include a gun. We're just not going to. So, we will also say, how about this? So, like, not every Muppet ends up in, like, D and C tier. Except Miss Piggy. How about we give the Muppets, we pretend that they have, like, 24 hours in advance to prepare.
No, they don't need to prepare, man. Some of these Muppets got really good chances.
That is true. Yeah, but it's okay. We'll just go as is. Okay,
B is average for a Muppet.
So first, I have, starting off, a picture of all the Muppets in S tier. Because do you think you could take all the Muppets at once?
I actually think my chances are better because I could just, like, belly flop into the group of Muppets.
Than a
and I feel like I'd take a lot of them out that way.
You might take out a lot of them, but could you best all the Muppets that way?
I don't know. I feel like you're right.
I
all
would
the Muppets,
be overwhelmed.
That'd be a rough deal.
Because you have to remember, like, Miss Piggy is in there. She's part of all the Muppets. So, so I'm thinking S tier. No way that we could beat every Muppet. Top of S tier.
Alright, fair enough.
Okay. Now, getting off to, we'll just go through these in alphabetical order. First character we have is Animal with his drumsticks.
So the higher up, the more likely they are to beat us in a fight.
Yes. And S
There's no way I could beat Animal. There's no way I could beat Animal in a fight.
Yeah, the thing with Animal is it's like, what wouldn't he do?
That dude's crazy.
What wouldn't he do to win the fight?
He's biting, he's kicking, that guy's shoving the drumsticks where the sun don't shine. Nobody could beat Animal in a fight.
I think I might be able to beat Animal 1 out of every 20 attempts, maybe.
Dude, if you think you're ever beating Animal in a fight, you got something else coming.
Fair. So he'll go in S tier.
Yeah, he will.
Alright, next is Beaker. He is the long-suffering assistant of Dr. Bunsen.
Beaker. Like, are you kidding me? Beaker? Would he even fight? Would he just fall over?
I think maybe like a high D tier.
You think a high D tier?
Yeah.
I don't think he's helpless, but I think he's like, I don't think he'd do much.
Yeah, maybe C tier. He's definitely tier C tier. Because I don't think Beaker could put up much of a fight.
No, I don't think he could.
Not saying I could put up much of a fight, but neither could he. I think we'll keep him in C tier for now.
Alright. We'll see where yeah.
Yeah. So, Bean Bunny, the annoyingly cute, he's like a bunny, and he's on the receiving end of a lot of slapstick violence.
Yeah, I feel like he could take it, but that doesn't mean he'd win.
Just because it's like you're good at being a human punching bag doesn't make you a good fighter.
No, it's not. But it also like, how do you win?
Yeah, eternal stalemate.
Yeah, so let's throw that in B.
Yeah, stalemate. B tier. He wins.
Well, you could never beat.
He wins when you die of exhaustion.
Well, it's sort of like Rocky. How Rocky just gets punched in the face a bunch and he just doesn't go back down.
Yeah.
That's what Bean Bunny is. You just kick him around all the time and he just comes back.
Yeah. Next up, Beauregard.
Beauregard?
Yeah, he's the janitor guy in the back. He's seen some shit, though. At least that's a vibe I got from him as a child.
Yeah. You got that vibe? You were looking at him and you were like, that guy. I could see that. I mean...
He does have a broom.
He's a mystery, you know what I mean? He does have a broom. He's got a weapon.
Yeah.
That is, I don't know, that is a tricky one, because I feel like he'd have a pretty good chance. I'm going to be pretty honest.
Yeah, like...
He's got a broom. I don't.
I'd question my ability to fight him. Definitely. I would say maybe A tier.
Yeah, maybe A tier, maybe high, because he's not physically intimidating very much, and he's but like you look at him and you're like, maybe he does know how to fight. So I would say low A.
Yeah, like
he's
he's a janitor.
He might know what's up, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know much about the guy.
Yeah. Because he's always in the background. Next we have Bobo the bear.
I don't think Bobo's very smart, but he's definitely big. He's like, he's a bear, dude. He's like, a straight up bear.
He's like a henchman almost.
That's exactly what he is.
Yeah.
In fact, if anyone was gonna write his, like, a description of him, that would be like in the first 3 words, the word henchman.
Yeah.
He's a high A tier. Like, you want to fight a grizzly bear in a suit?
No, I do not.
Neither do I.
Yeah, so maybe high. Yeah, I can see high A tier. That brings us up then to Captain Link Hogthrob.
Captain Link Hogthrob. Does Hogthrob mean heart throb?
I do not know. But I don't think he could do much. If I haven't seen.
I think Miss Piggy kicked his butt.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Miss. Yeah, I feel like, and like not throwing diss at Miss Piggy because Miss Piggy's tough.
Very tough. I think she's the strongest.
Yeah, but this guy is sort of dopey. He can get a high C for me, but I don't think.
True.
Like, I could take him.
He's like a space captain.
Yeah.
But it's like what? Yeah, pretty pathetic space captain, but still a space captain.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's got some moves probably, but I don't think he's ready for it.
Yeah. I could agree with that. Now, on to Clifford. I don't know much about him.
He's appeared in the Muppet Monster Mayhem. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, I don't know either. So
maybe can throw him in B tier because
B tier.
I have literally nothing to say.
Yeah. Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. I think
that's a tough one, man.
I think he could be a tough fight because he might accidentally hurt us.
Dude, look at those cold, dead yellow eyes. They blend in with his skin. You think that guy's not just gonna like inject you with? You think that guy's not secretly Scarecrow?
Yeah, like
Batman?
He probably has a syringe of something in his lab coat, and I doubt he knows what's in it either.
I just injected you with something. Is it a harmless saline solution? Or is it the deadliest poison in the world? You'll never know.
I'm gonna say I think top of B tier.
Just because you never know with people like this.
Yeah. He's,
Like, honestly.
yeah. He's just crazy in every way.
Mm.
Julius Strange Pork is the next Muppet.
He was in the ship with Captain Link Hogthrob.
I doubt he's any better since he's not the captain.
Yeah, he's not the captain. He's worse, actually.
Yeah, so we'll
He's a
put him
weirdo.
below. Yeah. I'll give him more of a chance than Beaker because he's been to space and he's seen shit probably. But
a lot of doctors in the show, actually. There's 4 doctors in a row.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Dr. Phil Van Neuter. He's kind of like the one who
He's
gets
a vet.
experimented on.
Is he? He's a vet
Yeah.
in the show, right?
Like everything goes wrong with him.
So but if everything goes wrong for him, I feel like that bodes well in my favor
It
in a fight.
does, and I think that's why he'd be our first D tier.
Yeah, like I feel like we really mess up.
Yeah, like you messed up
Mess
if
him
he
up.
did something. If he beat you. Dr. Teeth.
Pianist. Oh, keys on a piano. He's got a little piano neck thing. I never.
That gold tooth could hurt a lot to be bitten with. Then again, like even normal teeth, like he has probably the strongest bite force of any Muppet.
You think?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
I think low A.
You think low A?
Yeah, because he's only got the
Okay.
teeth going for him.
Yeah, but you're right. A bite is
Bite is a bite. Flange Doozer. I don't think there's much to him. I
don't think there's anything about him. He's like in.
Yeah, I think I could fuck him up.
Yeah, me too.
We'll put him in D tier because not much. He doesn't really have anything going for him in a fight. He's toothless. Like he could probably bonk us with his big nose, but I think that's about it. Floyd Pepper.
Bassist.
Yeah. He has a guitar to wield. So that gives him something. Kind of like
Yeah, right. Everyone with a weapon kind of that puts them above, and a bass guitar is pretty heavy.
Oh yeah, that I think he could wield it like a club. He could fuck us up.
I agree.
I'm certain. It's like I see a little bit of a pattern where the people in the band, they got much
weapons.
better. They get much better chances fighting us than the other ones. So yeah, I think just because he's kind of crazy and has a guitar, he has a good chance. Fozzie Bear.
Fozzie.
It's just Fozzie.
He's big though.
He is.
He's a lot bigger than the other Muppets, so that gives him an edge.
A little bit, but like.
But you're right. I still think I could beat Fozzie. Fozzie's just Fozzie.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything going for him. So thinking like high C tier.
Waka waka waka.
Because at least with some of the other Muppets, like the bunny, he could take a beating.
Fozzie, you think?
Not Fozzie.
No, the bunny
like,
takes a beating.
Yeah. So
No, you're right. I feel like Fozzie would tap out like right away.
Yeah, he would.
There's really not much to him.
Yeah. They're just really Next up is Gonzo. I think Gonzo's like in the same boat as Bunny almost. That
You
he
think
can
Gonzo
take
could
it.
take it?
Yeah, he could take it. Maybe not as good, but he
Yeah, but
could take it.
I feel like I have a way of beating Gonzo. Gonzo, you're right. He takes a lot of abuse, but he's really not nothing special.
Mm-hmm. That is true, because he is often like he's very victimized.
Yeah, because he's a bitch.
He is, but I mean, you could just pick him up by his nose. So, would he beat Fozzie though?
Would Gonzo in a fight beat Fozzie? No, he wouldn't.
Okay, so we'll throw him down.
Gonzo might be a D tier. D tier.
I think he beats Beaker though.
You think he beats Beaker?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because it's like, what is Beaker gonna do? At least Gonzo, he could take a beating, and we've seen him upset in the Muppets movies, and like throw some hits around at least. Beaker just stands there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think so. Next is Janice. I think I could beat the shit out of her.
Does she get a guitar though?
Yeah, we'll say so.
That's a weapon. But you're right. I don't think she's very tough.
She's not.
She's no Miss Piggy.
Yeah, I would say she's down below the space people, but above Gonzo, in C tier.
Definitely.
Because at least she has a guitar. Going right to Kermit the Frog. Kermit, yeah. I don't know.
Kermit's kind of a mystery because I don't see Kermit as very tough, like in my head, but I also don't see him as like a weakling. You know what I mean?
I don't
think he's weak.
I feel like Kermit would probably just sit down and sing a song.
Yeah, but I don't know. I really don't see him as like kind of like sit down and lose the fight. Like he's not like Fozzie.
You sure about that?
I feel like he beats Fozzie in a fight. Kermit? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think he gets into B tier though.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think he makes it.
Alright.
I think he's like upper C maybe, but I feel like Kermit might be able to fight. But just because he's the main character doesn't mean he's good at it.
They don't want to show the main character engaging in a lot of violence though, but like behind the scenes, you know, Kermit's beating the shit out of people.
So, next we have New Zealand.
New Zealand?
He has a boomerang fish.
He's got a boomerang fish.
That's a ranged weapon. I think that puts him in A tier.
That might put him in A tier. Yeah. You think the same thing. A boomerang fish.
Yeah. He throws them away and they just come back.
That's what a boomerang is. That's impressive. Anybody, and that's not even like an improv weapon like the guitars are. That's a legit weapon.
That's just a fucking weapon. You're getting fish slapped from a mile away. So I'm putting him top of A tier, or maybe
not the bear beats him.
Yeah. Okay. The bear has experience.
Yeah. What was it? Bobo.
Yeah. Bobo. Whatever it is.
Booba.
Okay.
Boobo. Bobo.
That brings us then to Miss Piggy. Top of S tier. Top of S tier. Right below all the Muppets. Because she is part of all the Muppets.
Animal's tough, but Miss Piggy is the toughest.
Miss Piggy has...
You don't want to fight Miss Piggy.
She's been charged for assault. So, I don't... She's just no...
Miss Piggy's more of an animal than Animal.
Honestly, yeah. The only difference is that Animal is always an animal.
Miss Piggy's also got some mass, you know what I mean, to throw around.
Yeah.
Animal's kind of scrawny. He's scrappy. He gets around. He does whatever. He kicks. He bites. But Miss Piggy's really. She's getting in there.
Yeah,
She's brawling.
she's going all in. Okay, and
There's
then
no way. I could never in a million. Maybe I could beat a fight against Miss Piggy, but really.
yeah, maybe. That brings us to Pepe, the king
Peep?
prom.
Is it Peep? Pepe?
I'm calling him Pepe just because it's Peep,
Because Pepe the Frog's funny.
but I'm just calling
Peep
him
the
Pepe.
king prawn.
He
Okay.
has 4 fucking arms.
Whoa.
I think that gives him a huge advantage.
He's a shrimp.
He is.
Oh, king prawn. Is that what a king prawn is? A shrimp?
Probably, yeah, probably. But he still has 4 arms, and so
Dude,
he stands a chance.
you're right.
I can't block
wouldn't-
4 attacks at once or 4 punches.
Yeah, you can block 2.
Yeah. But yeah, sadly, not much for him. Going
4
up,
arms is that's an advantage though.
it is, especially against other Muppets. So I'm gonna put him right behind the boomerang fish dude.
Yeah, I think so.
Because boomerang,
that's-
dude, I could never beat a boomerang fish.
4 arms is hard to fight against.
Rat, I think he's pretty pathetic.
You think he's more or less pathetic than Gonzo?
Way more pathetic than Gonzo.
He's way more pathetic than Gonzo.
Dude, he only ever questions himself in movies. And yeah, like he's kind of just like, whatever. I'm throwing him in D tier.
You think?
Yeah, and
I guess
he's
you're right, and he's
small.
pretty small. Yeah.
I don't see him doing much.
No, you're right. He definitely wouldn't be getting in there.
Yeah, and he's just like a rat. So, yeah.
Yeah, and he's a rat.
Robin the Frog.
Is
Robin?
that related to Kermit?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like Kermit, but worse.
Literally, yeah. Top of D tier. If Kermit sits atop of C tier, Robin sits atop of D tier.
Wait, he's the main playable character in the Muppet Monster Adventure. Does that give him any points?
No.
It's a platformer. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he hasn't seen shit.
Really? It's just a platformer?
Yeah.
Often be found halfway down the stairs. It is where he sits. That's funny. That's a funny description of him.
Rolf the dog. He gets a
Ralph,
fucking
Rolf.
piano.
He doesn't get the piano though. Come on, that's not like something he's holding. It's just a prop he uses.
I guess. Yeah.
He is a dog though. I will say, dogs are pretty vicious.
He is.
He's a big dog too.
But he's also. He's never shown as being nothing more than like a good dog.
Yeah, but like even good dogs, when they're cornered,
Yeah.
get nasty.
That might give him like a B tier. He also
That
has
gives him
some
strong
mass.
points. He's a big dog too.
Yeah, he's a big dog.
I don't know if he has any teeth.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. Yeah, which is kind of the dog's main weapon. So probably not A tier, but
I would give him a B tier. He could at least.
he'll throw you around.
Yeah, at least a little bit. Sal Manila.
Salmonella.
He's a monkey
Johnny
sidekick.
Fima's Monkey Fun. So Johnny Fima is the Frank Sinatra parody of the Muppets, but so he's like also this guy Salmonella.
Mhm.
So
I think in like a
I don't know.
low
He's
A.
a sidekick. He is a monkey. I don't know.
Yeah.
Monkeys get vicious.
He is a monkey. I'm thinking like a lower A tier.
And I love the name Salmonella.
Nothing more than just being a monkey.
Yeah, honestly.
But that's enough of it itself to make it a hard fight for me.
That's an advantage.
Yeah. Um, Sam the Eagle.
You could. I never in a million years could I beat Sam the Eagle in a fight.
Yeah, no, he would just stare me down. The
I wouldn't want to fight that guy.
yeah, I'll put him below Animal because I don't think that Animal could be intimidated by his menacing glare.
No, Animal would never. Not neither Miss Piggy.
Yeah, like
Maybe Miss Piggy for like half a second, but after that she's brawling. An Animal,
Miss
no way.
Piggy sees it as sees it as a
Insult.
threat.
She thinks he's calling her fat.
Yeah, and then Animal just doesn't even recognize that there is a
He
glare.
doesn't recognize that look. He's just playing the drums.
He's just doing his thing.
He's doing his thing. He's brawling.
I couldn't take Sam the Eagle ever though.
No.
Yeah. Scooter. I think he's pretty fucking pathetic.
Kick Scooter's ass.
He would just kind of roll over. Yeah, not much that he could do.
Bottom of D tier.
Yes, but that's where he fucking belongs. Next up,
Sadler and Waldorf.
yeah, Sadler and Waldorf.
Well, they'll throw hands. I'll tell you what.
I don't think so. I think that they would that they'd be angry, but then they'll just kind of fall over on their own.
I don't know, man. Honestly, they're just the right age to be Vietnam War vets. I'll tell you what. Actually, since the Muppets is old, they're like World War One vets.
That there probably are veterans.
Are they older than that? How old is the Muppets?
I don't know.
They're vets. They're angry. They're angry vets, and there's two of them.
Yeah, but they're also just wisecracks. That's about all that they are. They laugh
No,
at
you're right.
everything, and I bet if you challenge them, I feel like they would just kind of fall over on their own.
No. I think they put up a fight.
Maybe against another Muppet, but against us?
You don't think so?
Yeah, they might be able to fuck up some of the other Muppets, but I don't know if they could fuck us up.
I mean, all right, whatever you say, man.
I'm thinking like a low.
I would never fight them.
I'm thinking like a low B though.
Low B, yeah.
Yeah, because. Yeah, I think that's a good spot. Swedish Chef.
He gets a rolling pin.
He does get a rolling pin.
But I don't think that makes up for. He's got a nice mustache, but I really don't think Swedish Chef is that tough.
He has so much hair. Like I think that it would block his eyes, and he can't see.
He can't see anything through his eyebrows.
Yeah. I think he'd be like a high B tier though.
Blurda.
Arbida.
Yeah, he wouldn't. I would, like, really. I think he's lower than Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah.
Statler and Waldorf.
He's lower?
Yeah, he's lower. He's way lower than those guys. You put him at the top of B tier?
Yeah, because he has a weapon.
Oh, you're right. He does have a weapon.
He has a pretty lethal weapon.
A rolling pin?
Yeah. A woman's weapon of choice. The only thing preventing Miss Piggy from ascending to godhood is a rolling pin. Or a frying pan. Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. I just don't think Swedish Chef is really. Like, maybe he looks intimidating. He's got a mustache, but once it comes down to it, Swedish Chef, what's he gonna do? Hit you with a frying pan a little bit. He doesn't know how to fight.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's not like you ought to be more scared of the person who doesn't know how to fight than the person who knows how to fight.
No, I get it, but like.
Yeah.
Also, if you but there's you never talk to someone and like they're so annoying and it's like, oh, you've never been punched in the face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it hurts to get punched in the face,
Mm-hmm.
and it hurts. It also throws you off.
Yeah.
Like, you ever been punched in the face
No.
and you're like, whoa? You just say, what? You haven't?
No, I haven't.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you do kind of have that I've never been punched in the face energy, but not that much.
I've been
Actually,
slapped. I've been slapped in the face, but not
yeah, that's
punched.
not this. I mean, I guess that's not. So, I have this expression
Hmm.
going in the manifesto. There's three kinds of people in this world: those who have been punched in the face, those who haven't, or those who haven't been punched in the face, those who have been punched in the face, and those who have been punched in the face, but they're too stupid to stop doing the things that got them punched in the face in the first place.
Ah,
And those are the worst kinds of people.
is that like what Swedish Chef is?
Yeah, that's exactly what Swedish Chef is. Swedish Chef has been punched in the face so many times, and he just keeps doing. He keeps blurdering, and he
But
never learns how to cook.
because it's also that saying like the best swordsman in the world doesn't fear the second best swordsman in the world. He instead fears the fool who has never wielded a sword.
Yeah, that's Murphy's law of combat.
Yeah,
That professionals are predictables, amateurs are, and it's actually sort of like a more real world example you could use is if you ever play poker with someone who's never played poker,
yeah,
they're they they're kind of too stupid to like you can sort of play around the professionals,
yeah,
but if someone's like so bad at poker, it's kind of hard to tell what they're doing.
yeah. And like you also see that like a little bit at lower ranks in like a lot of competitive video games where it's like you will get surprised by the cheese strats or the wild random things that people do.
Mm.
And so yeah, like you
Like,
always
oh yeah,
feel
I
depend.
get angry at people who are because like if I ever get killed by someone who's using like a bad long term strategy,
Yeah,
like I'm always like, why would you be doing that? Because
yeah, and it's
not only did you killed me, I wasn't expecting it, but you're not gonna win like that.
yeah, and it's like they're playing like that, and they didn't kill you because you couldn't beat that strategy. They killed you because you weren't expecting it.
I know. I can't remember what
It's
game
like
I play that I'm like always super mad because people are doing that.
League of Legends or CS:GO.
Maybe it's in like if I'm trying to do something like it's Rainbow Six.
Oh,
Whenever you see someone doing something so stupid, it's not gonna help their team at all, but they might like kill one person out of it and then
yeah.
they'll die immediately. And then
Hmm.
that one person will be so angry because they're the one person who was fooled by like the noob strategy.
Yeah,
Like if I'm going to set a trap somewhere, or no, if I'm going like around the building somewhere and I see someone, I'm like, why are you going that way? You're never gonna get the objective like that. All you do is piss one person off.
yeah. It's like they got one kill and they died for it, trading
Yeah,
like one for one, and now neither team is closer to accomplishing anything.
no, exactly. That's what always happens with those like noob strategies,
Yep.
and that's why people just keep doing them because they're like, oh, I got one kill. And it's like, yeah, but you really didn't bring yourself to a better position because of it.
Yeah.
And nobody expects them because there's like a million different ones like that, like dumb things that you could do that nobody expects you to do.
It's like a similar thing like in League of Legends. The amount of times I've been surprised by like a Darius top lane who runs Ghost Ignite and just runs you down the entire lane, kills you for first blood. It's like then it's like, oh, he used both of his summer spells in a cheese, and now your top laner just comes top camps him and feasts on him for the next 5 minutes where he can't play the game because he has no more summoner spells.
Yeah,
And
it's exactly like that.
and it's like it's so tilting because you died to this stupid strategy, but then it just doesn't work and now you're behind because you died to it. But even though now it's just now you're both screwed because of it
And
in the long run.
it's like not worth it looking out for strategies like that because the better players aren't doing it anyway.
Yeah,
So if you're like paying attention to dumb things, then you're paying attention to the bad people who aren't going to do very well in the long run.
and it's like it doesn't work because in like League of Legends, um, say that Darius pops Ghost and Ignite and tries running at down top lane. Well, the jungler's right there immediately and stops it before he gets that first kill and kills the Darius. And because
One of the
he's
things that
yeah, that's how it works. But
one of the things that people used to do in Rainbow Six is that they would just break the window and shoot at the spawn.
yeah,
But the person that was doing that would always die.
mm-hmm.
Like there's no way to do like maybe you do that and survive sometimes.
There's a similar thing in
But like
CS:GO on like Dust
yeah.
2. It's a very the CS:GO's most famous map,
Mm.
and where it's like people will jump right. There's like a little or how do you call it? Like a little corridor between two houses, or an
Yeah.
alley, and someone will drop right down there from spawn with a sniper rifle, peering right into the enemy spawn, only to be instantly shot from the enemy spawn by like an enemy sniper rifle. And it's like,
Yeah.
why did you do that?
Actually, I had my most proud moment in gaming in CS:GO.
Yeah.
So I was a really young kid. I sucked at CS:GO. I was like AFK away from spawn, and I was AFK at spawn, and my entire team died, and there were 3 enemies left.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So one guy comes at me, and I shoot him with my what did I have? I had like a really cheap gun in CS:GO, but I killed him, and I picked up. He had this like the semi-automatic sniper rifle in that game.
The
And I
auto
picked it up,
sniper.
and I was like, oh, it's a good gun. I pick it up, and I just go, and I see like a black thing moving in the distance. It's like, is that a guy? And it's like, yeah, it's a guy. So I shot him, killed him. One guy left, bomb is planted. I go, I find the guy, kill the guy, defuse the bomb. I'm a hero. And I jump back into the chat with all my guys, and they're all cheering. They're like, oh yeah, he did it. He clutched that. And that's when I deleted CS:GO.
You
Because
just used an auto sniper. So it's like
no, actually, I deleted CS:GO like a couple months after that because
it's
it's a
not
super.
it's not very fun.
No, it's not very fun.
But okay, so the thing about the auto sniper is it's one of those cheese strategies. It's like really good because it's like a hit scan weapon that will just two shot someone from across the map that you can zoom. If you miss your shot, it doesn't matter because you're just full on auto snipering. So it's like it doesn't
Yeah.
even matter. But it's like when you get to high levels, it's like, oh, it can't one shot. So it's completely irrelevant. Because it's like the semi or the normal sniper rifles and even like the really cheap sniper rifles like the Scout, which can one shot people, even like the terrorist AK-47, which can headshot someone from across the map just without the scope. It's like those guns would just win every encounter at high levels because you just one shot the person with a headshot. Whereas at low levels, you're never making that shot.
Mm.
And so the auto sniper just thrives in low level play because if four people just run down mid into an auto sniper at low level, they just all die. If four people run down mid at high levels, they just one shot the auto sniper with a headshot and then keep going. Like even the Deagle will one tap someone in the head.
Really?
Yep. If they don't have head armor.
Oh yeah.
And which you likely don't if you spent $5,000 on the auto sniper.
You know, in Rainbow Six, they should like they make so many of these stupid new subclasses that or the new operators that do nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
But they should make an operator that gives you like a one head armor because in Rainbow Six, it's an insta kill headshot.
Mm-hmm.
If you had an operator that gave you like you get hit in the head, you have a piece of head armor, it breaks if you get a headshot, but you're still alive. That'd be so, or at least if a headshot would down you instead of kill you, that would be like a great operator.
For at least CS, most headshots, even with head armor, are still gonna be like a one shot. Like if you
Yeah.
one-shot someone with an op, that they're just dead. Even like with body armor, they're just dead. If you body shot someone with an op, they're dead. And that's why that gun is so common. Why that gun is used always, even in pro play. It's usually one op with 4 M4s or AKs. But should we continue with the rankings?
Yeah, we should. Who's the next one?
Sweetums, the large
Sweet.
ogre Muppet.
He's nice,
He's very
but
friendly.
that doesn't mean he couldn't
He could fucking
beat you
eat
up.
you.
Yeah, that's an S tier. I'm not gonna lie. He's a nice guy and all, but if you started fighting him, he would destroy you.
Yeah, not a chance.
I think he might be above Miss Piggy.
No, he's
Just
not.
realistically.
No,
Just realistically.
I don't think so. Nothing can beat Miss Piggy.
All right. And we'll say he's below Animal too, because Animal's an animal.
Yeah. See, the difference, they're both animals. It's just one of them has a heart, the other one doesn't.
Right.
Yolda Rat. Rizzo's sarcastic girlfriend. I think that makes her slightly better than Rizzo. Because at least she has sarcasm. So? Yeah, she has sarcasm. She's already partly dead inside.
Alright. But she's still a rat. I can't imagine she's very good.
Yeah. Rat poison.
Rat poison.
And lastly, we have Zoot. Epic sax man of the Muppet universe.
I don't know if he's really good, though. He's got a weapon. That's a positive.
Yeah. And it's a sax.
I think he could probably fight well enough. Maybe top of B tier.
I think so.
Maybe the bottom of A tier.
Top of B. And then that balances out our tier list very nicely.
Look at that.
Look at that. It actually is a lot more balanced than I thought.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of these guys have weapons, have like traits that you just wouldn't expect.
Yeah, I mean, we expect them. We just can't overcome them.
Like, obviously, we knew Miss Piggy and Animal were going to be at the top, but everyone else is kind of a toss-up.
Yeah.
Like Kermit, funnily enough, like, a lot of the main characters are just way at the bottom. Gonzo, Kermit, Miss Piggy's at the top, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, I like this tier list. This is a solid tier list. I wish we could have maybe put some more, like, had more Muppets.
I saw, we should do, like, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What's the biggest animal you think you can beat in a fight?
A biggest animal?
That you could one-on-one, and I'll ask you this question.
We talked about this before. I think it was like a kangaroo that we...
That's what I decided was the biggest animal I could beat in a fight. I could beat a kangaroo in a fight. That doesn't have to be your end. But then there's also, what if you had a weapon? What if you had a spear and shield?
I could probably take on like a cow.
A cow?
Yeah.
An animal that charges, I feel like it's kind of rough with a spear and shield.
A cow isn't really going to charge you, though.
Yeah, but cows run. What are you talking about? Cows charge.
Not like a bull. Not a bull. I mean like a fucking cow.
I feel like cows will still charge you.
They would, but it's like if you have a spear and a shield could take a lot of that impact, and a spear is going to injure them before they get to you.
I think, spear and shield, I would say I could definitely take on a black bear with a spear and shield. I might be able to take on a black bear with just my fists.
You probably could.
And then
black
you
bears...
move up and like grizzly bear.
No.
Grizzly bear will swipe at you, but honestly, if you get that spear in just the right place, maybe.
So the difference is if you piss off a grizzly bear, like, it's going to maul you.
Yeah, but I think I could dodge if I dodged if I stepped right out of its way at the last second and then got that spear right in its neck. I feel like I feel like that's a good strat. And if it stands up to intimidate you, like
So,
bears do,
but you have to remember, like, bear skin is very thick, and it's like, yeah, you just stabbed it in the neck. Now it's just gonna kill you.
I don't. You're right. I definitely think you might need like. You're right. In order to take on a grizzly, it wouldn't be like stabbing it with a spear. You need like to like really
Yeah,
cut a giant chunk out like
because
with an axe.
you have to remember how big a grizzly bear is.
I know
Like
they're huge.
brown bear, like black bears, they're pretty small, and they're very docile creatures and non-confrontational. Like yeah, they'll fight if they have to, but a grizzly bear might injure you before you fuck it up with a spear.
I think here I think with like the right armor, like melee armor and weapons, you could probably take on like basically anything.
Mm, not a hippo or a moose. I
You
could
don't think?
I could take
I
on a
feel like
crocodile.
people used to hunt hippos.
I could
Well, I
take
could take on a crocodile because with I could take on a crocodile with no weapons.
yeah, especially on land. Maybe not in the water.
Dude, oh yeah, in water? Like, come on. That'd be that'd be ridiculous fighting a crocodile in the water. But yeah, like there's like without weapons or armor, maybe a black bear, but definitely a kangaroo. Because I would just because the kangaroo needs time to like square up and like get ready to kick you. I would just tackle him and beat the crap out of him.
Yeah.
And once you tackle him, he's immobilized. He's
Hmm.
got no like arm movement. He can't do anything with his arms.
Hmm.
But I'm just saying, man. Like I feel like I have a feeling, like if you had a spear and shield, because it's not like like weapons don't add to your damage output; they multiply it.
Because I'm just thinking
So
about answers. It's like I could never fight a chimpanzee. A moose would
you don't think you
fucking
could ever fight a
mutilate.
chimpanzee?
A fully grown, healthy chimpanzee.
That's a fist fight with a spear and shield. What do you think?
Spear and shield, problem, yes, but
Yeah,
like
easy. You get that reach.
chimpanzees and gorillas would again they would just maul you to death. That there's not much. It wouldn't even be a fight. Um, like a
I feel
moose.
like you're underselling yourself, though, dude. You have opposable thumbs.
So do chimps.
I guess you're right, but you know how to, dude. Just like I'm just saying, like
A
I
moose
feel like
would
most people undersell yourself
rip you to
because
pieces.
like when you hear that like somebody was killed by an animal, there was like tons of animals. Like
Mhm.
a moose will charge you, man. Definitely. And if you're empty-handed, moose will kill you. Right?
Very
But if
easily.
I say here's a shield and here's a big axe, now fight to the death this moose. Your chances just went way up, man. That
Yeah,
moose doesn't have an
with
axe.
weapons. That's the difference.
Yeah, you can never beat a moose barehanded.
Cause that's why like
You would need to do some like crazy karate. Like you need
not
to
even.
backflip off a tree and then break its neck with your feet.
Yeah,
It's
even like a
yeah, it would be
horse.
impossible.
A horse could easily kill you in an outright fight.
You need to think about how these animals fight because any animal that charges at you and kills you like that, no chance barehanded. And even with weapons, it'll just break right through your defenses.
Yeah, and it'll just
But
break
like
every bone in your body.
you need like animals that square up to fight you. So like black bears do that, kangaroos do that. You have a much better chance.
Even like a deer could be would
I
that
could beat a
that
deer though.
that, that
Deer are. I mean, depending on how big it is, like a giant buck, but like a moderate sized deer, I feel like I could take.
that would be a rough
It'd
fight.
mess you up though with its antlers.
Yeah, it would.
But if you grab those things, you could break its neck.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like, well, think about like animals that you could definitely beat in a fight, like chicken. Chicken will peck at you, but you'll beat it in a fight.
Yeah.
And then you get up to, what about bigger birds like turkeys? Turkeys are big. They could hurt you, but could it kill you?
No.
Could you kill it?
Like
you
a
grab
goose.
its neck, break it.
Like a goose.
Goose?
A goose would charge you and try to kill you for existing near it.
Yeah.
But
it
you could
can't
kill it. You could kill it.
Yeah. So what about coyotes? Like coyotes could kill you. They got teeth, but coyotes are small. You could kill it.
Yeah. Once you
And then
start
get the-
getting like around like a wolf, then you're in
Wolf
trouble.
that's a challenge. Like
You're in trouble.
Wolf is much bigger than a coyote. Could you kill a wolf? Sure. That's rough. So you need to think about. But also wolves, they got tactics. You know what I mean?
That they're highly intelligent. Yeah. And one thing about a wolf.
But then you're like wolf without it with like no weapons, barehanded. You're fighting a wolf. Probably not. It is very low. But then I'm like wolf, but you have a spear and shield. Then it's like, I think I could take a wolf with a spear and a shield.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of you of being a human.
A lion.
I don't know why
like,
I got on this rant because I think about this a lot.
This is a good topic to cover. I think. Though.
I think about this all the time. Like, what like, and then but like also different weapons will be good for different animals. Like I get like you said, grizzly bears have really thick skin.
Mm-hmm.
So would the reach of the spear really be better than like having it get like stuck in its skin, or would you want something really heavy that could break through its like hide and its skin like
Probably
an axe?
like
You know
some
what I mean?
blunt. I'd probably go with like blunt damage or something like that. Aim for the snout or the face.
You'd want blunt damage?
Yeah.
I would never choose anything. I mean, maybe for like anything that charges at you, you want to like hit its head away with a blunt thing.
Well, what happens if you take a hammer to a skull? Like you get the same result.
Yeah, you're right. But I feel like blunt, like the reason that clubs are so like effective in like medieval times is that
they didn't
is
care
that
about the armor.
no, but yeah, basically you'd still concuss people, you'd still crack their bones even without the armor. But like once the armor's taken off, like you're fighting a human, hammer's effective against a human. Don't get me wrong, hammer can kill a person, but like stabbing them in the head, like just like piercing damage is like no armor the best. But also then you get to with armor and like now stabbing's worth nothing, and you need something heavier to slash through it, or you need blunt.
Mm-hmm. This is like the main evolutionary advantage of humans, is we're smart enough as our intelligence. We just come back later with something to beat you with, because we're smart.
Because we're that good.
We aren't going to just wander around eating and just try to stampede anything that comes in our way. We will create a gun. We will invent a gun and shoot you and kill you before you even know what's going on.
Yeah, groups of humans, there is like nothing. Like groups of humans used to hunt mammoth. All right, so
yeah,
a group of humans with spears.
They injure the mammoth and chase it.
Yeah, they could take on anything.
Like I think a lot of people don't realize it, but it's like if you depending on like how far of a distance you're running, like humans can be like the second fastest creature. Depending on how far.
We have really great endurance because of our butt muscles.
We have the second best endurance out of any creature on Earth.
What is the best?
Horse. That's why we rode.
Oh, you're right.
that's why we rode horses.
Horses have great like butt muscle. Humans have like great butt muscles. We have gluteus maximus, and horses also have that.
Yeah, and it's like so, and that's why we rode horses, because horses were better than the. We tamed the horse and used it.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? Spear and shield on horseback. Can you take a grizzly?
No. I'm gonna say no.
You don't think you're charging, like if you have a spear out and you're charging that grizzly, you don't think that kind of mitigates whatever it does?
Yeah, but what if you fall off the horse? Now you're in trouble.
Horses do break their legs super easily.
Yeah, it's like
you fall off the horse, now you're on the ground again.
One swipe from that grizzly against the horse or you're on the ground, and now you have just fallen from or been thrown from a horse, which you're breaking a bone, when that happens.
What about you and a wolf against a grizzly?
You know, well,
How
Oh.
many wolves would I have to provide to you to be your allies before you can fight a grizzly?
maybe 2,
2? You think you and 2 wolves could fight a grizzly?
probably.
Yeah, because one would get like right up against its back and start biting its butt. The other one would go through it for its neck, and you'd just be poking at it.
Because, like, as wolves do, a lot of the times, they don't kill by damage. They will exhaust a creature before
Yeah.
killing it.
Could you keep up with the wolves though?
What do you mean by that?
Because you're like the leader, all right. So if the grizzlies, like, if they're trying to exhaust the grizzly, they don't do anything when you're not around.
Yeah.
So you're commanding them. So if the wolves are like going faster than you, then now the wolves are stuck with a grizzly.
Yeah.
No man with a spear is like keeping the grizzly's attention.
If I was in shape, then definitely.
If you're in shape.
Yeah,
Let's
definitely.
assume you're an in shape human. You think so?
Yeah.
Like an inch, like, because I feel like a sufficient, like,
Because it's like, I'm not in a, if I was, say, like, in shape, because I'm not an out of shape person, or I'm not in, like, a bad shape kind of person. I'm just out of shape because, like, I haven't done that level of exercise lately in life to, like, be at that physical level. Do you think that you could fight a zebra, though? Oh, I think we lost him. Oh, yeah, it looks like his headset died. Well, this is just another talk of lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. And pretty much, yeah, any fight is going to be good as long as, like, you have a weapon, and that's how it's just going to be.
Well,
if you have a weapon, you can win the fight. If you don't, well, things get a lot
I
harder.
still can't hear that. That's weird.
I can hear you now.
Hmm.
Why don't you have a wired headset?
Maybe now?
Yes, I can hear you.
So bizarre.
Do you have, like, a wireless headset?
Well, I can't hear anything.
Oh. We can hear you. Let's see.
Oh, you can hear me.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can wrap up here. It is. What?
Whoa!
No, wait. Olivia's here. Now we can't wrap up.
Whoa!
Hold on. Ask her about the biggest animal.
What?
What are you doing here?
I was kind of bored and
This is weird.
joined.
Dude, you just hop on mid-podcast. So now, you're going to be subjected to torture for another 15 minutes. What is the biggest animal that you think you can fight?
Oh golly. Probably giraffe.
Giraffe. Wow. Going big here.
Oh, I can hear you.
Pardon?
Going big
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, probably giraffe.
A giraffe.
Yeah. They're skinny, they're tall. You just like kind of break one of their legs and they kind of go down.
You're really misunderstanding a giraffe's capability. Lions leave giraffes alone. Giraffes have incredible striking range.
But also, you could just flip a shark upside down. They're completely immobilized.
Okay, if we're saying aquatic animals on land, then yeah, I could beat a shark on land in a fight.
No, but I'm saying underwater. You could just flip it over.
That's the problem. Flipping it over.
Yeah, that is where we've run into the problem.
And it's like, you also have to remember, like, giraffes will fucking charge you.
Oh yeah.
They are aggressive. And, like, when they feel threatened, they like have that posture where they get almost there. They like separate their leg or split their legs open so they become more stable.
I had an ex-girlfriend who did that.
Once they do that, I just strike to the leg. Real
Okay,
quick.
what about with a spear? What that was that barehanded or was that with a spear and shield?
This is with like a
Bare hands.
stupid stick. This is with my hands, a stick, and the feet.
Okay, so the next follow-up question is, if we gave you a spear and shield, then what's the biggest animal you could beat in a fight?
Oh shit.
Giraffe is an
Probably still a
interesting answer.
giraffe.
You're probably still a giraffe. It's just a lot easier now.
Yeah, it's just like just kind of aim for the heart. Good.
Also with a giraffe.
Mine was kangaroo.
They
Oh
go
shit, no.
when
You could not.
a giraffe
I absolutely
start.
could.
You have to remember, like a giraffe will kick,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I
like
know.
one kick and you're dead.
You should look up a video of a giraffe fighting a lion. Like,
Oh no,
they're
I've seen
intimidating.
it. I've seen it. I'm well aware of what their power is, and I'm well aware that I'm more powerful.
You're more powerful than a giraffe.
Hell yeah.
You've done a
Okay.
lot of thinking about this. Because I think
am
about it a lot.
thinking.
And kangaroos, I know people like, yeah, they kick hard.
Yeah,
Alright?
they do.
But
Mhm.
here's the thing. Here's my strategy. I tackle it, and then I just beat the crap out of it.
That's my exact same strategy, man.
Because as soon as you're on top of a kangaroo and they can't kick you, their arms are worthless.
Yeah.
So once you're beating the crap out of it, it's done for. And
That's
then
like this. Well, of course, that's the same with everything. Once you beat the crap out of something, it's gone.
no,
Because
I mean once if I can get it like, and then here's another thing. If we're just talking about if I square up with a kangaroo, who wins? Well, I win. Because the kangaroo will back down before we even fight. Because I'm gonna punch it in the face, and then it's gonna be like, oh crap, this guy punches. Because you know how kangaroos fight? They punch each other in the face, and then they kick. And the punch is to show how hard their kick's gonna be. So, but humans can punch way harder than kangaroos.
Yeah.
So if I punch it in the face, it's gonna assume that my kick is like crazy strong, and it's gonna back off.
Yeah.
I'm in the head of a kangaroo. Like, I know how to beat a kangaroo in a fight. I'll break that thing's jaw. It'll run away.
So, but in your opinion, what do you think is the hardest animal to beat?
Polar bear.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, polar bear.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on, like, if we're saying ever, then I would say, like, probably something really vicious underwater. So, like, a shark underwater would be probably the hardest animal to beat in a fight.
I don't think
Maybe
the
if we're
polar
talking
bear
about,
is the hardest.
maybe
Well, because
all-time megalodon,
yeah, if we're counting extinct animals, yeah, like
Yeah.
a megalodon. Well,
or a
because
mosasaurus.
the difference between a shark and a polar bear is that if I'm fighting a polar bear, at least I'm in my natural environment. I'm on land.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm fighting a shark, I'm swimming, and I'm not a great swimmer. I'm not a horrible swimmer. I'm not a great one.
No, killer whale.
Killer whale, orca.
Those would fucking destroy you.
Yeah, so I would say any vicious aquatic creature would probably be the hardest thing, just because if I'm in the water fighting, it's probably rough. But on the flip side, if we're on land fighting, I have a huge advantage against a shark.
I think that's like the same thing, yeah. But like a killer whale will destroy you in like seconds.
I think.
And then laugh at your fucking dead body.
I think
Yeah.
what would be harder than a polar bear is a hippo.
You think?
That's a good point.
Well, hippos
Hippos
do
are-
have strong bite force, but
They're
the reason
fast.
the
They
reason
hit like a semi truck.
the reason hippos' body counts are like so high, the reason they kill so many people, is because people aren't intimidated by them like they are polar bears. Like they stay away from them.
Wildebeest
So,
Yeah.
too.
like,
Maybe like
what?
maybe even like a wildebeest.
A wildebeest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fast. They have very
Yeah.
sharp horns. They're vicious. Like in a one-on-one, a wildebeest will take a lion.
Yeah. Let me look it up. Let me look it up on Google and see what Google thinks. Wait.
Hardest animal for a human to beat in a fight. See if Google has an opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
Because that it's a good question. I think about this a lot.
A honey badger.
Is that what
Yeah.
Google said? Is that what is it?
A honey badger makes the list of the toughest animals because it would never back down when approached by a predator, even if it's a lion or a leopard. A
Honey
honey
badger don't
badger is
give a
about 3 feet long and weighs 13 and 30 pounds, but has beaten multiple lions and leopards.
Well, the difference with the honey badger is that like it beat them by making it not worth the fight, not by overcoming it in power.
Honey badgers they survive poison snake bite wounds. They're tough. But
Yeah.
that's not
Dude,
that's
we're
right. Honey
talking.
badgers are super tough, but also they don't have like a lot of damage output. They just like kind of take it.
Let's look a bit more onto this animals AZ list. Or no. God no. I could be a giraffe. That's easy.
You could beat a giraffe. That's all you know in the world is that you could beat a giraffe in a fight.
Yeah. A crocodile. A croc.
Crocodiles, they be tough, especially in water.
Oh yeah. And on land.
But you know what the secret is that on land is that all the muscles to their jaw are enclosing power. So you can
Yeah.
hold their jaw shut with like your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're very
And
slow
as
on
well,
land.
a jaguar would
And
fucking
they
stun
spin
you.
around, but I feel like if I was leaning on top of a
I don't think
croc, I would. You don't think what?
so. The jaguar was be too hard. The thing is like you can intimidate a jaguar probably.
The thing is
I
that if
I
you're
feel like
really
if you're
interested
thinking about
in
the
this
toughest
kind of
animal
stuff,
and you think about a cat, you're not thinking about this
Because
strong
like
enough.
a jaguar, if they have the element of surprise, then yes,
yeah.
they could take you out easily. But
I think if you're interested
they
in this stuff,
don't
a good
have the
channel to check
size.
out is Tear Zoo.
I love Tirzu, yeah.
I love Tear Zoo. I think. Wait.
A giraffe too,
Wait.
like, would be really difficult to take on.
It's just it just has this like incredible like there's no way to get close to a giraffe is the problem. Like they look derpy, but like come on, they've got these super incredibly long legs. Like they're just gonna kick and they're gonna fight you, man.
Hmm.
Sorry, I had to quickly do something.
Yeah.
A saltwater crocodile.
I feel like there's no difference between a saltwater croc and a freshwater croc.
Saltwater crocodiles are just fucking huge.
Well, well, aren't freshwater crocodiles larger actually?
I think that saltwaters are.
I thought the saltwater ones are smaller and meaner.
I which water croc. Yeah, salties are much larger than freshies. Due to like they're just freaking huge. I watched my fair share of the Crocodile Hunter, you know? Wait, frick, why can't I hear you guys? Say something.
Hello?
Oh, hi. Sorry, I couldn't hear you guys for a second.
You were letting you talk.
Oh shit, my bad. Yeah, crocodile, yeah, it's definitely saltwater. Crocodiles are larger and more powerful by a lot.
But I think when you get into like the crocodile thing, then you get into the question of well, it's too much because then you're like, it's big and swims fast, but now it's in the water, and when it's on land, it's still tough, but now you have, you know, a bigger advantage than you did before. And then you get to the weapon question, and then you're like, okay, well, a crocodile with a spear couldn't even get close to me.
Yeah. Cause like all you have to do is like the zigzag thing, right?
Yeah, if you want to run away, you zigzag.
Speaking of crocodiles, have you guys ever seen a gharial?
Gharial?
A
It's a
freaking
gharial.
Oh my god. It's this Indian crocodile.
Speaking of crocodiles, you guys ever seen SCP-682? That thing would be tough.
Oh yeah. Dude, I love SCPs. I think they're cool.
Oh my god, what is that thing? It does look like it just looks like an Asian. Olivia just left. Oh. she just took off. Oh, she's back.
Sorry. Gharials are so weird.
That thing it does just look like an Asian crocodile.
No, it's a Indian. But oh yeah, India is part
India
of
is
Asia.
Asian. No, it's Indian. Oh my god, that thing. Oh, they're dinosaurs. Oh, they're so gross.
Yo, don't talk bad about them.
They're disgusting.
No. They're
Yeah,
pretty neato.
they're really gross. I hate those things.
I still think that the
You
hardest.
didn't even know if they existed until now.
Yeah, Jay, the hardest animal to beat in a fight.
I think it would be a hippo.
Hippo's a fair answer. Hippos are powerful.
Yeah.
Because even like with a weapon. Because I'm thinking like with a weapon too. I don't.
They're like goddamn tanks.
Hippos will never swipe at you though. Is the problem?
But they'll
Like, hippos
charge you.
they have to charge you and they have to bite you.
They're,
But I
they're
think the
fast and they're
because
even if they
I think
trample you, they
Yeah,
can
they can
kick.
easily triple.
They can
And
kick. They can trample. They can bite, and they don't stop when you're dead.
well, that's the
No.
problem. Well, then it does. Well, it doesn't matter how long they go after you're dead because you're dead. But
Yeah.
that's the problem is that like, if they're charging you and you have a spear, like they'll charge through your shield, but they'll still take damage with the spear.
Not much.
Right. So
not much.
Yeah.
well, they're running full speed into a spear, so they'll take some damage.
I think that your spear would likely just break.
It would not.
It would go into the hippo, but it would break.
I feel like that's no. Maybe it would break when it goes in the hippo, but now the hippo has a spear in it.
A wild boar might even be up there.
No,
Nah.
boars are they're aggressive, but I don't think they're super hard to kill.
Nah. Yeah. Nah.
People used to hunt hippos in like the old days, and people used to die from it, but they would.
Rhinoceros.
Rhinos. Jesus Christ. Yeah, rhinos would probably be very difficult.
Because again, it's big, tanky. It's not going to take damage. It's going to dish it out.
Yeah. Oh
You know
yeah.
what's funny? When I looked up how to kill a hippo, the first thing that comes up is someone saying that they killed a hippo with a spear.
Wait. You know what? I have to quickly show you guys. I'm gonna have to read something. Too. My favorite WikiHow. My favorite WikiHow is how to beat an emu. And I'm gonna have to read it out loud.
What's
It's so stupid. How to survive an encounter with an ostrich.
I could beat up an ostrich. Like
Use
it
a long
might.
weapon. If you're forced to defend yourself, avoid close quarters combat. Keep as far as out of reach of its legs as you can. Keep to the ostrich's sides. Consider yourself most risk when you two are face to face. Aim for the neck. Damage its weight. Go for the legs. Evading a ostrich. Conceal. Elevate. Lie on the ground. Beware of the surroundings. Admit defeat. Jesus Christ.
What is interesting is like I'm watching a video of a lion trying to like take down a porcupine.
What about maybe wolves? I think a pack of wolves is probably really hard.
So, but it's a one-on-one fight, so of course a pack of anything is hard to fight.
Yeah.
But like a one-on-one with a wolf is vicious, but it's possible to kill a wolf.
I bet I could solo a hippo.
I don't think so.
Leave me in the arena with a hippo and I'll win.
A gorilla too would be a very challenging fight.
Yeah, a gorilla's basically just a buff person.
They're
No.
very intelligent. They're very strong. Same with like chimpanzees. Like
Oh my god, chimpanzees terrify me.
a
I'm sorry.
chimpanzee, like they regularly fuck up tigers.
I found a.
Have you seen that video of a chimpanzee ripping off a woman's face?
No.
Oh,
don't-
actually, yeah. Every night.
I saw on Live Leak. It's terrifying.
I found a whole Quora page about people asking how would you kill a polar bear with close-range weapons.
You
And
don't.
Yeah,
interestingly
but,
enough,
like,
one of the answers was
chimpanzees
just punch it in the nose, and it'll freak out.
I think that's with a lot of animals in general.
Yeah, well, any animals that uses its sense of smell for anything, it'll freak out when you do something like that.
Like, oh no, I've been punched. Good thing.
And most people are being so like uptight about it. They're like, "You would never." It's like, yeah, I know, but like, how would you?
Yeah. If you guys ever do a tier list of SCPs, invite me.
We would. Oh, tier list of SCPs. We could go over some talking about our favorite SCPs.
Sadly,
We wouldn't.
I'm not too familiar with SCPs.
I
Just
will
look up
educate you.
You know what? No. There's a great podcast I listen to
Yeah.
called the Exploring Series.
Yes, I love them.
Yeah, and he does SCPs, and a lot. Like I was listening to one today. There's a lot of really short one-off ones, which is what we'd be
Yeah,
talking about on the
most of them
podcast.
are.
But there's a couple like really long stories. Like, oh, Olivia, there's a warlock patron in my D&D game that nobody chose, but whatever, and he's based on Lord Blackwood.
Oh shit, that's so cool.
Yeah. Except
What's
nobody
your
chose
favorite
him.
SCP?
My favorite SCP?
Yeah.
The one that gave me chills was the Red Reality. I love that one, and I like a lot of the sadder SCPs, because like the sadder stories, because I think
Yeah.
it's kind of great how like a lot of online authors tell these really tragic tales with the SCPs.
Yeah. I think my favorite, I forgot what it's called, but it's like tweezers, and like if someone touches it, they like feel the need to peel their skin off.
Ew. Oh, ew, disgusting.
Disgusting. Now
Yeah.
it's interesting.
That's gross.
Okay.
Actually, I think my favorite like one-off SCP is probably um oh there's so many good ones. It's hard to decide.
I know. Don't
Yeah.
be basic and say the IKEA one. That's so basic.
I like there's a joke SCP that's based on the Plague Doctor. And
Yeah, I
he's
know
like
that
a
one.
you know the Plague Doctor, and there's the parody of the Plague Doctor,
Yeah.
and he's silly.
Yeah.
It's so hard to pick this one. I like the sea serpent that's like at the bottom of the ocean. He's like crazy long.
Hell yeah, I love him.
I don't know any of their SCP names though.
I don't know names either. You're fine.
Pattern screamers are cool, except I don't understand what they are, but they're like kind of give me the chills. There's
Like
one that
I
was like a spider, a fourth dimensional spider, and it controlled three-dimensional spiders in this world, and it
yeah.
had like its tendrils and everything. And I
Mhm.
like that one because I believe that one's real. Like I believe that there's something like that absolutely in the world, and there are fourth dimensional beings that just have their tendrils in all of us, but almost all of us. See, because some people are like don't have souls. Not everyone has a soul. Those people are
Oh
like
yeah, of
are
course.
like basically NPCs, and they don't exist in the fourth dimension. And people
Mhm.
with souls have a connection to the fourth dimension. And
Hmm.
people with souls, when they take DMT, they like meet the elves.
Mhm.
But people without souls just see pretty colors.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that's why some monks can meditate so hard that they have hallucinogenic experiences
Yeah.
because they're connected to the fourth dimension.
The fourth dimension.
Yeah,
Uh,
we could do an entire podcast where we make Olivia take DMT and then we just talk about it afterwards.
Hmm.
Tell us all about your experience.
With
Yeah.
at least with
If
people.
we're if you guys ever do an NFT thing, I've been in the community for like a good.
NFT. She's
No, I meant frick you. Sorry.
yeah.
SCP. I've been in that community for like 6+ years.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't yeah we'll hey if Jay ever catches up on his SCPs we'll definitely do it.
Heck yeah.
I'd love it.
I'm down. Yeah.
I get a lot of my ideas when I'm building my Dungeons and Dragons world because the
Yeah.
SCP universe is so cool. I just have to throw stuff in there.
Dude, SCPs are amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. Great community too.
Super nice people.
Yeah, really.
Okay, I was just kind of here to make sure you guys aren't like a quote unquote alpha male podcast.
Well, we kind of well we're here, so it is an alpha male podcast.
You guys are the absolute opposite of alpha male.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're
Yeah.
sigmas.
No, you're not. If anything, I'm the alpha male.
I wake up at
Okay.
4:30 every morning and I just start grinding.
Oh shit.
We got these grind sets.
Oh shit.
I love how I was reading this thing on how to be a sigma male or how to be an alpha male, and it was like step
Mhm.
1, wake up at 4:30. Step 2, go to the gym 7 times a week. And it was like, what? It's like, okay, one of them is like wake up at 4:30 is pretty early to wake up. But go to the
Yeah.
gym 7 times a week is like crazy.
That's absolutely insane.
Maybe if you go to the gym 4 times a week and you just start going every day, that's not horrible.
Yeah. That's
And then